And whatever you do, don't let it fall into the wrong hands.
I'll give you a quick recap. You guys managed to find the throne room of the Yonti lair, had a little conversation after arriving with a theme song on a T-Rex, and had a conversation with Rasnisi, the seeming leader of their people. And he seemed quite standoffish at first, but once you had explained that you intend to, go fix the whole death curse problem that's afflicting the area, he became very helpful and dismissed his attendants in order to speak with you privately, handing you a large sack of the remaining puzzle cubes. Yes, go on.
I just said, yeah, shockingly so. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And then he sent you on your way, assuring you safe passage, and you took the puzzle cubes to the obelisk location and proceeded to set off a gas trap, some of you decided to stay in there and suffer, and some of you decided to leave, which, was reasonable. Then you went down a corridor, saw a bunch of statues of various gods, found a hidden passage, and retrieved a necklace that led you to the real entrance to this tomb, which involved placing the cubes in a sort of opposing order with Unk in the middle. Then you went into the tomb proper and negotiated some traps, encountered a devil face in the stonework that sort of hurt you when you put your hand into its dark, unnaturally dark mouth. Then you wandered off to the east and saw like a little dwarf creature down below you that quickly disappeared when you went for a second look.
Yeah, I never saw that guy, but he sounded cute.
You also saw a crystal window to the west that had a sort of sarcophagus room and some statues beyond it. And then to the east, you saw, in addition to a bunch of corridors, you saw a giant stone skull crusted with moss jutting out of the end of the passageway. A flame flickering in each of its eye sockets, and a view into the chamber beyond can be seen through its open jaws. Jax, I believe, looked through the mouth of the giant stone skull and had a gander at the other sarcophagus room. And then the rest of you noticed from a distance that one of the flames in one of the eye sockets went out, and that is where we rejoin the action.
Yep, there's a foot on my icon, which I think means I was dodging. But I'm just checking to see if there's any spells that it would mean instead.
I've got a
No, I
pink
think
on my
it's
icon. I
dodge.
don't know what that means. I haven't got a note.
Inspiration, probably.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, I think that's what I had that there for. Or I can't remember. But yeah, you see Orvex say, listen, the flame went out. Are you okay, Jax?
What?
The flame in the skull above you, where you are, it just went out all of a sudden. I hope everything's okay.
I mean, yeah, like I'm not the flame.
Good. He sort of like laughs weakly. I feel like we're missing an icon. Where is
Caesar's all the way down here. I don't know why. I can't remember.
He's just hanging out. You can wander where you wish. If you want a refresher on what you saw, Jax, I can describe it.
Yeah, that would be good.
Cool. Basically, you see skulls encrusted with dried mud glowering at you from the niches cut within the walls of this tomb. You'd actually have a slightly wider view, so let me see if I can expand it a little. Oh, no, that didn't do it. Let's try again. There you go. A stone sarcophagus stands at the center of the chamber. Its lid appears to have a design on it reminiscent of a coiled serpent. Beyond the sarcophagus, there is a marble pedestal with an ornate crystal box that appears to have a small human skull floating inside it.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I forgot about
there's a
that.
crystal skull.
I forgot about that aspect.
I mean, that's probably... But there was no intelligence in that way. There's no intelligence around me.
There's no intelligence around you at all, baby.
Within what range? Remind
30
me of
feet,
your...
I think.
He says having 16 in and Flea probably having at least 18.
Can you read me the description? I just want to know what it means by intelligence.
Let me drop it in while I read it.
Because I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that you encountered here so far.
Yeah,
I just
it's
wonder-
such a huge.
Capable of brain thoughts. Oh my word.
No, it's such a huge. It's got so many parts to it.
Okay.
Blah blah. Ignore the first half of that. There you go. When you cast the spell, or as your action during the duration, you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you. The spell can penetrate barriers, etc., etc. Can't detect of anything with an intelligence score of lower than 3.
Interesting. Okay. I'll say... Yeah, I'll say you're there. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, you don't detect any thoughts. But it's just interesting the way that the spell is worded.
Yeah.
I just like to keep my head on a swivel, like checking around us fairly periodically, just to make sure that if the thing comes back in the pit, that I'm gonna have an eye on it. If anything starts approaching from either side, I'm gonna have an eye on it. Just keep my head on a swivel.
Give me a perception check just to see how swivelly and how well lubricated your head is.
My neck
Who's
is
got
so
a well-lubricated head?
Nice.
Scramble. Well,
Okay.
it's fine. He's got an okay amount of lubrication on there.
With a 14, you don't sense any threats at this point.
Yeah.
Nothing seems to be going on yet
That's
aside from the skull in front of you.
Yeah,
was
I'm
there-
just want to be checking around every 30 seconds or so, just to make sure someone's got an eye on our backs.
Cool.
Is there a little opening there?
Sorry, but no, that there's a
On the side.
straight walls.
Okay. That's just a bit sticking out. Okay. Does this look like you could go through the mouth?
Yes, it does look to be capacious enough for that kind of activity.
Okay, I'm gonna poke a stick through it and see if it gets bitten.
Okay. You poke a stick through it. Nothing seems to happen.
Okay. I will put my offhand arm into it slowly.
This man's trying to get killed.
You put your offhand arm into it. Do you just leave it there?
I'm just
Is it-
seeing
is
if
this
it gets disappeared as it goes past a certain point.
No. This one
Like
isn't.
at the tip of my...
This one isn't filled with magical darkness like the other one.
Okay.
This one is just open.
Okay, I guess I'll hop through.
Okay.
I'm going through, I say.
You hop through.
Okay.
We're following him then.
The rest of you notice that the flame in the other skull's eye socket goes out.
That's what I was expecting.
Jax is on the other side, and you can see the same things that I described before. So I'm just gonna put you on hold while we see what the rest of the party does.
Can we still see Jax until he walks out of vision?
Yeah. I mean, it's a
okay.
large opening.
Good.
I'm gonna try. I really wish they would fix the reveal tool.
I'm gonna
Sometimes it
run.
does the opposite. Away. I'm gonna run home.
I'm gonna just leave. Fleeb leaves. New character.
Sorry, Fleeb had a thing. What did he say?
He's gonna run up to the edge of the entranceway.
So you're standing at the threshold.
Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay, you stand there successfully.
Hey! Roll for standing.
You see
Observation.
exactly what Jax saw.
You are outstanding.
Yeah, if anyone else wants to do anything else, Orvek says, I don't know, I mean, with that light going out, and he just trails off into sounds.
Why did it go out the first time? What happened? Jeff was just
I just
looking
got
through
near
it.
to it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't
so
think you didn't go into the mouth last time. It just went out as you were peering through
Well,
it.
I think last session, Jax sort of leaned into it to get a proper look at the tomb beyond. And then as he leaned into it is when
right,
the
okay.
light went out.
So it's like a go across the threshold sort of light. Okay. Alright, so something about passing the teeth. Maybe. But why? And now what?
Can we see Jax through it, or
Yeah, you can. He's
that being
standing there,
paused?
presumably waving, doing a jig.
I mean, it looks alright. What's in there, Jax?
Everything that I saw from outside. It's the same as it looks.
You also notice tiny cracks in the walls that surround you that look like, like half a foot wide or so, and they just riddle the walls around here.
Quite a large crack.
Was that for Jax or for everyone else?
That's for Jax.
Okay, are you guys staying back there?
I want someone to stay back here to keep an eye out on anything that tries to sneak up on us.
Well, Caesar
I'm
keeps
happy
on
to
looking
do
down into the pit where he saw that thing. So he's like,
I don't mind who does that, as long as someone does that. Do you want?
Orvex says, "I'll stay and keep an eye on things."
You want to keep him company, Caesar?
Yeah.
I'm
not-
I'm brave. I was trampled to death twice, I'll have you know.
You know what? That's a good argument.
why did you go through the hole next then, or Vex?
Make a persuasion
Oh
check.
dear. Oh dear.
Brave boy, persuasion.
I stare at Caesar with a mixture of pride and confusion.
Okay. With a 12, he says, "Well, there's brave and then there's brave. I'm brave enough to be here, but you guys are much braver than me."
All right, buddy. You. All right.
I
just
step
pat him on the
through.
shoulder and walk past. All right, he's gonna come.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I was
Okay. As Fleeb steps
Taking
through,
too long having
Maybe do
you
it
just
more
arguing
slowly
in the
then.
background. I was like, oh, for the love of Pete.
as you step through, the jaws slam shut
Oh, that was kind of to be expected, I suppose.
with a natural 20. So you are grappled, and you take
Oh, bollocks.
24 bludgeoning damage. And presumably lots of screaming, mostly from Orvex. He's dying! He's dying!
Oh,
Tell us something we don't know.
Runs over and tries to like pry
Don't you
those
have
doors
how much?
open.
How much of your shield do you have up, Paul?
well, now 0 of it.
I'll give a. Caesar
Okay,
a
in that
hand
case, we
in other spells.
sorry, everybody needs to roll initiative according to
Oh, dear.
to keep track of things.
Okay.
Sweet. So, the first to react is Fleeb, unsurprisingly. Okay, so I'll say, yeah, you react first. What would you like to do? You're grappled.
Okay, so so the mechanism has come down and it's locked on my arm.
You presume now, listening to the mechanics of it, that the jaw is on a hinge.
Cool. I cast knock.
Okay. Can you give me the language of that, please? Oh, here we go. Prevents access? Yeah, I mean, technically, a target that is held shut becomes unstuck about the object. This is a very creative use of knock.
It also makes a really loud bang, by the way.
Yeah. Almost as if it was a knocking sound. Only one of the spells is locked. If you choose a target that is held shut with an arcane lock, the spell is suppressed for 10 minutes. Well,
So it's whether
300
it's-
feet. Okay, cool. Yeah, go on.
So it's whether it is a magical, magical activation and then everything else is mechanical, or whether it is a physical. I don't believe it's a magical lock. So it's not like they've taken a padlock and cast.
Either way, it would still
magic on it to lock it.
work according to this. It would be suppressed for 10 minutes. So yeah, basically,
Yeah.
you cast the spell knock in panic. You hear an enormous sound, and the jaw creaks open, and the flames don't return to the eye sockets. And you hear Orvex in the background breathlessly go, "What? What was that? That was so loud." And we are out of initiative order.
Good work, Fleeb.
Indeed, what happens if you trap a wizard? Be prepared for at least a loud noise.
How
But
is
if
your
we go
health?
through that, is it just going to chomp on us again?
It
for the
should be suppressed for 10 minutes
How's your health, Fleep?
minimum. My health is fine, but as like instead of there being ropes of paper around me, there's just like scraps of like instead of like like coils of
Nudie mag.
sure. Instead of like coils of scrolls and so forth. There's just like rips of paper. So like I've expended what protection I had.
Just tabloid newspapers now.
Jax,
Indeed.
at this moment, the voice of a young girl echoes in your mind. What's happening? Why can't I see anything?
Is this... Am I still unable to detect any intelligence?
You do suddenly detect an intelligence coming from the glass cabinet with the skull in it.
Okay. And I just hear that in my mind.
You do.
Can
It
I
sounds
think...
like a young girl. Yeah, go on.
Okay. If I say... Well, I'm going to focus on it first, actually. If I can detect it, I'm going to try and see if I can read its thoughts.
Okay. Does that require a check? I think it does, right?
If I do deeper thoughts, yes. But
but
first
it's just surface thoughts.
I get
okay.
surface thoughts, but then I may probe deeper depending on what I get.
The thing you detect, and you guys, if you want to do something else like walk in or not, you can let me know. I'm just going to deal with this. And it's you hear the thoughts of, I wonder if they're friends of my father's. Is he looking for me? Those are the thoughts you detect.
Okay. I'm going to say... Oh, I don't know whether I should lie about this.
Are you reading this inscription from last time?
An inscription?
You hear Orvex in the background. Is everything okay in there?
So I'm going to say to this skull as I go closer, I'll be like, well, yeah, let's go for it. It's like, yes, we're friends. We don't know your father well, but we're friends. We're helpful. Who are you?
Don't even feel that. That's technically not a lie, is it? I mean, you don't know him well. You're friends. Yeah.
But
So what was your last?
True?
What was your last question?
I'm just gonna say like, tell me about what's going on.
Where am I? Do you know how I got here?
I don't know. We're trying to find out.
And why can't I see anything?
It's very dark in here.
Oh, okay. Do you have a torch or something? If you could help me, I'd be ever so grateful.
Let
this
me
all in
try.
Jex's head? None of us can hear this.
Yeah, it's just in Jex's head.
Okay.
I will try and light a torch.
Okay. You successfully light one, and she says,
Yeah, I'll say,
in your
does
mind,
that help?
No, it doesn't. We are in a pickle, aren't we? I'm a little bit scared. Is there anything else you can do?
Maybe. Can I try and delve deeper into her mind? I'm gonna say like this. Don't be alarmed. I'm gonna try and connect with you through our minds so we can understand better what's going on.
Cool. Well, we can do that in a sec. What was Philippe's request?
Can I see Jex doing something? Is he like verbalizing something, or is this all literally going on in his head?
This is in his mind, but he has walked closer to the box a couple of steps.
Well, I'm gonna have a look at what's. Oh God, I didn't mean to draw then. I wanted to pick up. Oh no, I'm drawing. Right. I wanted to just step here and look at the sarcophagus in the middle.
Sure. You can make a perception
box
check.
him or whatever that is.
Anyone else that wants to do something can let me know now before I circle back to the mind reading.
I'm gonna walk back to Orvex and just keep an eye out this way again.
Okay. And Caesar?
I'll stay here just in case I need to help, like pull anyone out of there quickly or.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Just before Philippe, you hear a faint yet grotesque scuttling noise. It kind of sounds insect related, coming from like the walls, not necessarily from the sarcophagus itself. The sarcophagus has a coiled serpent carved in the top of it, and it is resting atop a marble. Oh no, the marble pedestal is the thing holding the glass box, but yeah, it's just got a serpent on top. So let's go back to this mind reading check. So it needs to make a save.
So,
is that how it works?
If it wants to resist
Yeah.
me probing,
Okay.
yeah.
So in that case, give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Advantage, persuasion.
Oh yeah, with a 22, she says, if you think it'll help, okay. So she's gonna choose to fail the save. So you learn her deeper thoughts, right?
Yes.
Okay. What you see in your mind is kind of you're looking up from quite a low height to the ground, probably similar to your height as you're a halfling, and you see a grand throne room and an even grander queen sitting atop a very brightly colored throne. It looks kind of like Omu, the place that you've been, the city that you've been venturing through, but it's in much better repair. And she seems to be looking up at this queen sort of lovingly playing with a toy, and you just get a sense of longing from it.
So she let me in. I'm gonna ask, who is she?
Oh, that's my mother.
Ah,
I haven't
Is
thought
she
about
the
her in
queen?
a long time. Well, she is. I've been here for I don't know how long. I really want to get back to her.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Ooh.
I'm gonna cast telepathic bond.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just put that in the chat.
Okay. Phone telling me twice within range.
So I'm gonna make sure I don't accidentally say some of this stuff, because I don't know what's going on really. But I want to basically query Orvex and share some of these things I'm learning with him to see if he knows.
Okay.
But I'll link everyone into it as well and tell them what's going on.
Sweet.
I'll be
All
like,
right.
yeah, there's a little girl. I don't know if her soul's trapped here. She seems scared, so let's not make it worse. She doesn't seem bad. Like, she's got a mind. And I was able to, use the helmet to communicate with her mind, so...
I have a question. Would you
Mhm.
describe her as doomed?
I remember that as well.
The doomed child.
Speak
Was that
no
what
truth
it
to
was?
The doomed child.
Okay. Speak no truth to the doomed child.
Okay, well that makes it clear that we shouldn't tell her what's going on.
I don't know exactly what that means. Again, these things could have multiple meanings. These things may be misleading. We don't know, but that is something we were told.
Yeah.
In an ominous
Well, maybe
way.
we don't want her to find out about... I mean, as far as I can tell, because of this magical helmet, she is that thing. She is there. And I'm avoiding the...
You link everyone,
Yeah.
obviously, except for the consciousness in the box, right? This is just amongst your party. Okay.
Yes.
You get
Yeah.
you get Orvex's response to your telepathic query as well. He gets the image that you saw in her mind, and he says, "Oh, I'm not sure, obviously, because it was over 100 years ago, but that does seem like Napaka, the last queen of Omu before all the unpleasantness happened." So she could be a descendant of that royal line, I would assume.
Oh. So, I think I'm going to tell the girl that, don't worry, we're going to get you out of here, everything's going to be okay, and you'll be able to... We'll try and make sure you can see Napaka again.
Okay, dope. Give me a persuasion check with advantage. Yeah, with a 25, she says, "Oh, that's so good. Even if you don't know my father, he would really love to meet you. You're so helpful."
That's so strange. Like, the word doomed doesn't imply that the child itself is evil.
No, it just
No.
implies that they are
Well,
lost.
I'm going to ask Fleeb
Yeah.
through the telepathic link. I'm going to say, can he investigate, like, that box? Is that, like, trapping her soul or something? Because maybe we want to
this
free
thing.
her.
Okay.
The skull box,
I suppose I probably need to go closer and do an arcane check for that, I suspect. Or I
Can I
suppose
aid?
that...
I'll give you inspiration to do that.
Well, I could also spend 10 minutes doing it as an identify, which probably is... well, the door would shut in that time, by the way.
Yeah,
But,
you're not.
We could always try
but-
and jam it
but I-
open. Is there anything that we can prop the jaws up with?
I sort of
Fine.
look at myself and sort of go, well, I'm not really carrying much.
Is knock a ritual?
What? Knock
don't
is no,
believe so.
knock is not a ritual cast. No. Okay, well, I'll go and do an arcane check on it just to see what it is. Like, it's not going to be as good as identify, of course.
I'll give you inspiration and aid you because I've been talking to her, so maybe that's helpful.
Okay,
Do I know enough to give an aid?
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well as-
He can roll with advantage with you helping. Yeah, sure.
Sweet.
And I assume I have to be next to it for that.
Yeah, we'll go
To
up to it.
perform the examination, yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Okay. So I will then do a arcane check.
Okay.
Do. Boom.
Okay. Well, the
Plus
27.
any- Inspiration
Even
to
without
that.
advantage, it's very close.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with
Sorry,
the
I did
27, you're pretty confident that this box is indeed arcane, and it appears to have transmutation aura radiating off of it, and it seems very potent and like it's been around for a long time.
Okay. It's been transmuted, not normal.
Um,
That's about as much as I get. It's ancient though. Which probably explains why everything in here is so old.
I think it might be worth trying to identify, because if this is trapping her soul and we can either disassemble it or dispel it, then that would be a nice thing to do.
I sort of look at him with the idea of I
Yeah.
have no idea how to disassemble that, but I'll nonetheless try and
It's not polite to trap children's souls in the darkness for hundreds of years.
I agree. To which case, then I try to do identify on this. I
Okay,
suppose.
so that'll take about 10 minutes, right?
It will take the casting time is 1 minute, but if I do ritual casting, then I assume that means that it takes 10.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that begins, and anyone else that
I
wants
don't know. It doesn't actually explain in this.
Yeah. I'm going to be... No, yeah. You take 10 extra minutes to do
Yeah.
a ritual.
So it's 11
Okay,
minutes,
yeah.
but 10 is close.
Yes,
enough.
11
Yeah.
minutes.
But I'll be talking to the girl the whole time and just calming her down and telling her stories and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, based on your check, she seems pretty chill at the moment, content in the knowledge that something is being done to aid her. If anyone else wants to do anything else, they can. Give me another perception check, Scramble, to see how well you're keeping watch. And Caesar, I think, was trying to do that as well.
Yep.
All right.
Because, yeah, if we can take the box away even, maybe one day we could make a body for her.
Caesar, you notice that the jaw of the skull is indeed hinged. That's what you observe. You don't notice any other... you also hear the scuttling of insects distantly within the room.
Yeah. Can I,
And-
now that I know where the jaw is hinged, can I break the hinge so it can?
I was about to say, actually, is like that might be something that Scramble could do, because that would actually be counting as disarming a trap, would it?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Or at least you could aid him in
could
that.
help each other
'cause
out,
you-
yeah.
Yeah, because your brute strength and his punch there.
And my thieves' tools.
Yeah.
You try and break the jaw.
Eddie puts like a pick in a very careful position and is like, kick that really hard.
Caesar, make an intelligence check for me to decide how you would go about breaking such a mechanism. Okay. Oh, that's a save. Give me a check.
Oops. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, with a 14, you believe the way it's constructed looks, and it's very heavy, it's a very large stone mechanism, and the hinge seems to be of some sort of metal and stone composite you're not familiar with. But you gather that it would be more effective to try to hold it open with something than to try to break it, given your assessment.
Fair enough. Is there anything in the immediate vicinity that can be used to open?
No, there's just sort of moss and loose foliage around here, but if you possessed anything like a wooden stake or a piece of metal or a spear or anything like that, you could try
How
to
about a
do
fold-out step ladder?
Yeah, a stepladder could totally do it.
An adamantine
step
step ladder, no less.
I don't even know whether I have it still. I just haven't.
You
used
have
it.
your adamantine one. You lost your normal one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
think that's
adamantine
right.
one you still have. So yeah, you can hold it
Cool.
open with that. And
Nice.
just to resolve Scrammle's check, you don't hear any activity in the western half of the complex, but you do hear an even quieter version of insect humming coming from the east.
Sure.
Cool. So
what-
sorry, did you want to say something before the ritual
I was
ends?
saying, did Caesar want to call me over to help with the hind, or is he just going to do it himself? He's just doing
I think I
himself,
figured it
aren't
out and then.
Yeah.
He
If you
probably,
think you've got
like-
it under control, I'm not going to go there unless you ask me to.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
cool.
I think it's all sorted out. I shout into there, going, "The jaws be propped open, guys. Don't worry about it."
Cool. So at the end of the ritual, you identify this.
I wasn't
device.
worried.
You identify the sort of glass cabinet device as being a container for a consciousness. you conclude that this isn't actually like a body. The skull is merely a container for the consciousness itself. So if you were to free the skull from the container, it would cease to have consciousness. So it's like being in there is what's keeping it contained. Consciousness doesn't usually exist without a body.
Okay, so I'll kind of explain that to Jack, sort of like there is like this is a prison. As soon as the consciousness is released, it has nothing to go into.
And you also, Fleeb, get a almost like when you've examined when you've examined arcane artifacts and objects in the past in your studious upbringing, you get a sense of the signature of each arcane practitioner that created it or had a hand in creating it. And the signature that you get off this device is abhorrent to you. It really just reeks of cruelty.
Yeah, this thing. Yeah, it's effectively the idea. That description to Jax.
Yeah, this is not good. Well, I'm gonna basically. Well, I'm not supposed to tell her exactly what's happening, so I'll just try and let her know that we're gonna try and set her free. And free to join her family.
I would really appreciate that. Oh, thank you so much for taking the time. I know you must be busy.
And I think I'm going to look for either a way to... I'll ask Fleeb, does he think we could disassemble this physically? Like, if we just opened it up, would that work? And just let the thing out?
You mean break it?
Yeah.
Based on your identify spell, you get the sense that you could pick it up and carry it with you. It's about the size of a mailbox. But again, if you were to release it or crush it, the consciousness would be released and would cease to exist. So
yeah, which I think is good.
It also, so this could also just be a copy of a memory. This might not be a soul. This could be an illusion of something.
Yeah, you only learn that it contains a consciousness. You don't know whether that consciousness is real or fake.
Yeah,
but I think, letting it stop exist is... This is a cruel existence for whatever's in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I can try to dispel it, or we can break it physically.
Mm-hmm.
Does his identify let him know if either of those would be more effective?
The identify spell doesn't say that the glass container is particularly strong or resistant to attack. It doesn't clarify whether dispel magic would work or not. That's kind of outside of its ken.
I'm gonna ask Scramble to come through telepathically, just so everyone knows we can communicate telepathically for the next hour freely.
Okay, or like 50 minutes now that we've spent 10 minutes doing the identify.
Cool. I'm gonna ask Scramble to see if he can come and basically take apart this box with his thieves' tools.
I give Caesar a look like, this is... You sure? This is where it's open? I see it step back there.
I smack the ladder and go, yep, sturdy.
Alright.
The ladder spontaneously
whether it wobbles or not is up to environment.
I will wander through.
Okay, you wander through.
Brilliant. I guess I'll let my cat out. I will inspect this box to see how viable taking it apart is, I guess, and then give it a go if it is viable.
Okay, give me a thieves' tools check, because that's the thing that you're trying to ascertain. Oh yeah, with the 30, this box is very intricately put together. It looks like halfway between glass and almost crystalline panels, but there are tiny seams in between them that, with appropriately small tools and leverage, could be shimmied open.
Alright, give Jex a wink. Ain't no box Scramble couldn't get into.
Alright, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's set her free.
Let's get
her out of there.
Open up.
Okay, give me another
What do I
thieves'
need to
tools
do?
check with advantage.
Advantage. I mean, I rolled so well last time. It's almost unlikely I'll get better.
Yeah, with the 25, you jimmy it open, and you hear the voice in your mind, Jack, say, "Oh, I can feel something. It's a." and then consciousness disappears and you can't detect it anymore. What was that, Paul, that you were trying to cast?
I've realised I haven't completed some of my leveling up from last time, so I'm just writing in a spell. So ignore that.
Accidentally clicked it. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think let's do a little quiet ceremony here just for a minute. I'll play like a little strum, an instrumental only, and we'll take a moment
Okay, you can make a
just to
performance
like
check.
acknowledge the weight of this. Okay. Oh. So just find the button.
Yeah. As Jack suggested,
Whoa.
I'm all about this, but I am gonna go and make sure Orvex is keeping an eye out. I'm super on board with this. I do want to keep an eye out.
But I'm
you
also
see-
fucking right off.
You see that Orvex has come closer to the edge of the
Oh, well,
skull to
in that
look
case,
inside.
I go back out and
As you leave,
Keep-
you
keep
hear
lookout.
these sort of mournful notes in this funeral dirge that really touches you and how tenderly it's been constructed. And it's
Alright, so I
instrumental.
start tearing
I
up
think
my,
that's the reason he said he had to leave. Actually, let's do it like that.
It just
Start
blinks,
playing, and he's like, "I
teary-eyed.
gotta keep
just
watch."
as
I'm
I
not
like
crying.
push past Orvex, you see like a tear drip from Scrabble's face as he like gotta keep a lookout.
Whoa, that's quite a tune. You see Orvex say as you walk past, and you think Scramble and the rest of you, as you listen to Jex perform, that inside there is the heart of a true musician that is quite a bold personality on the outside, but on the inside he's all soft.
Yeah, that's organs for you.
Cool. So you feel the weight of this moment settle upon you, and it recedes into silence and quietness of the tomb.
Yeah, and then I think it was a nice thing. I'm quite happy that we did that. It's sad that it happened, but we did some good.
Right. Okay. So, this has so assuming that's gone, I don't think we should touch the skull. Sort of looking at Jex and saying, sort of like looking out the door, like the idea that Scram was going to pick it up. This thing I think would be cursed. Any guesses? What do you think?
Even look at the skull. Shit.
Yes.
Actually, would I be able to tell us something's cursed from if I've done identify? I might be able to actually.
Well, you identifying the container. Yeah, you're pretty confident based on your identify spell that the container is not there to hold a curse necessarily. It's designed to maintain an enchantment.
Okay, so the skull might be safe. The sarcophagus, I look at it, had a snake on it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And other than that, it's just
Moa.
made of stone with a stone slab on top.
Moa was the snake god.
We listed that somewhere.
Yeah, well, we got it in the
Oh,
we
yeah,
got that
the-
list. We got it on the puzzle
The
indications
Moa
as well. The chat.
constrictor. Yeah.
So there is a chance that this is. There were nine gods, right? 1, 2, 3,
Yes.
4, 5, 6, 7.
You hear
8,
Orvex
9.
say, "Yes, that's quite correct."
And it took us to put cubes that we gained from all of the temples to get into here, from those 9 gods.
I believe so.
2,
Yes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hang on, we only had 8 gods, didn't we? Did we only have 9? Did we have? Oh no, we
we had 9. There was the snail
We
in
had
the middle.
9, and there was the snail in the middle. Is this a sarcophagus to the god,
You can make a religion
or
check.
is this an altar?
You can make a religion check, and I'll say with Orvex, he says, "Do you mind if I come in?"
Be my guest.
Okay, walks gingerly through the threshold, and he can give you advantage on your check. So roll again, because he'll help you. He's examining it as well.
Orvex.
With a
You
22,
beautiful lady.
you see Orvex points at the intricate snake carvings and the way it's sort of encircling the snake in a similar shape to the sarcophagus itself. And he says, "Yes, I believe this is meant to entomb the final remains of Moa. I mean, I didn't realize that the stories were quite this literal, but that's what it appears to be."
Well, what kind of personality was Moa? Out of interest.
Orvex is gonna make a check. He sighs as he sort of like reaches back into the depths of his memory, and he recalls that. Oh, actually, now that I think of it, Moa was actually quite a good one. Strange, actually, because, snakes typically biting, killing. But Moa was all about sort of honesty, or brutally so, but honest nonetheless.
Oh, like the opposite of the auntie.
In a way, yes. It's quite interesting that it... but obviously, the auntie came afterwards.
Who wants to, do gods really die? Well, I should
That's the
know
question,
that,
isn't it?
I should probably know
Yeah,
that,
they
shouldn't I? As a
do.
wizard?
Like in history.
Lee, are you wondering what's inside that sarcophagus?
Yes. Really? And Flea is someone that is both, oh, he's a bit curious. Well, in for a penny. Does anyone have a look inside?
Orvex says, I must admit, now that we haven't died from coming in here, I'm pretty interested.
Can I still hear that scuttling?
Yeah, it's just sort of like, it reminds you of being in the jungle a little bit, except isolated to just one sound, as opposed to the mixed sounds of the jungle.
Jax, could you give me a hand? I point towards the lid.
Okay.
Okay, do you not want to do
I
this?
think between us we have a combined strength modifier of -2, but sure.
Well, that's the reason why I'm asking for a hand, because I don't think either of us are very good.
I mean, I'll come in and...
Yeah, you've got hired
Okay.
muscle.
Okay, yeah, it's a good point. Caesar!
coming in.
Okay, Caesar would like to try to open it.
Yeah, could you, just...
Is anyone
Alright,
helping
guys,
him?
I'll
or
hold the fort.
scramble in the
Yeah, I'll
distance?
give it a hand.
I will, I suppose, help him, but... I
Okay,
don't
with
think I'll
both
provide
of your
much.
help, I'll say Caesar can have advantage on his athletics check. Oh yeah, with a 20, you manage to slide off the stone quite, what's the word? Deftly, so that it doesn't slam and hit the ground too hard. You let it ease there with
Controlled.
a sort of, exactly, with a boom sound. And inside of it, you see a bundle of faded clothes and the serpentine bones of a jaculi, which is sort of like a sort of serpent that looks like a more ancient version of a serpent. You also see a staff with a carved serpent on the top of the staff, resting atop these remains.
Ooh, touch it.
Well, he wasn't interested in opening the box now, but there's something interesting inside. He's going straight for it.
I'm not saying I touch it. Jack says touch it.
Oh, okay, so
You open
well-
something mysterious and there's a weird object, just like, ooh,
yeah,
touch
okay,
it,
fair
poke
enough.
it.
Okay, so Fleeb sort of well, if you begin to bother a god, might as well keep going. I grasp the staff.
Okay. As you grasp the staff, you feel a weird sensation. It's not
Ew.
like a bad meal. It's nothing like that. It's a weird state of mind, like when you wake up and you just feel a new attitude towards the day. So I'm gonna need you to make a charisma saving throw. Yeah, if you attempt to resist this feeling. If you don't attempt to resist it, then you don't need to make the saving throw.
I suppose I. No, this might be something trying to attune to me. I don't.
You don't what?
I don't resist.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna ask you to keep this to yourself, but
Sure.
I'm gonna share.
To ask you to roll a new character.
You die.
Okay, I'm gonna find the correct handout and I will share it with hopefully just you. I'm pretty sure I know
Okay,
how
so,
to do
so
that.
if it turns up, no one else look at it. Effectively.
I'm pretty sure I got it, but let's see. Your PD, and that will be surely
PD.
available to you now.
Okay, I've got it.
Cool. And don't share it with anyone. Just take it on, and if you have any questions, you can ask me on Discord or something.
Right, got it.
You can hop into a private chat if you need a longer discussion as well.
Cool. So what you guys see as he grasps the staff, there's a moment of hesitation, and then you see green smoke sort of billowing off of it, coiling around Fleeb, and you hear like a hissing noise, and then
Oh no, he's turning into a Yanti!
the smoke fades away, and Philippe's just standing there.
Does the staff still look the same, or has the staff disappeared?
The staff has remained the same.
What's going on, dude?
Oh. I must always speak the truth. I think I've been inhabited by Moa. It's sort of like, oh yeah, don't tell the others. By the way, you must always speak the truth. All right, okay.
Let's try this out. Hey,
I love
Flea,
it.
do you
I
like
love it.
Jex's cooking?
Pardon?
Do you like Jex's cooking?
It's fine. It's pretty good. I've tasted better, but quite frankly, in the middle of Cholt, it is the best food I've tasted.
Hey, Philippe,
Keep
what do you
recovering
think of Orvex?
Orvex is a very experienced individual in the arts of history and also a massive coward.
I'll take it.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Does it seem like this is a good idea to be inhabited by Moa? I mean, is there any reason that we should be afraid?
As far as I'm aware, no.
Okay, can I do a quick insight check to see if he's telling the truth?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Boop-a-doo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with an eight,
yeah.
you're not really sure. He seems a little different, but
I narrow my
Philippe's always been a little brutal and blunt at times, so it seems in keeping with his character.
I narrow my eyes at him. I just check the surface thoughts of his mind to see if they line up. They line up. I'm like, whatever. Welcome to the squad. Welcome to the band, Moa.
Final question to Flea, I guess, is: do you want to have the staff?
Do I want to have the staff?
Be possessed or whatever's happening.
Well, I've gained a new trick, and I immediately go invisible.
Hey, I can do that. I don't do it though because it costs a spell slot. Actually, I can't see you. I don't know what's going on. Hey, what's he doing, guys?
So this is kind of cool. Like, at the moment, I haven't found any harm yet, quite frankly. Like, I don't know why this is inside the tomb. Like, if this was, like, maybe this was like a high priest staff. It doesn't seem particularly deadly. Don't know why he could go invisible, though. It seems a bit weird. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay with this. Is the staff anything? As in, legitimately, is the staff a magical item, or is it just the staff related to everything that I've effectively just ended up
No,
telling?
it does have characteristics, which I will share with you now. Do you want me to share it with just you or to everyone?
You might as well share it with everyone. Like, I'm not particularly going to be caring for it. Like, it's my staff. So.
Okay, cool.
It's my
Okay.
stuff.
A cast suggestion. Give
Give me the staff.
So basically, what happens is you suddenly gain a glimpse into what the staff can do, and you get a glimpse, and then it shuts you out, and
Ew.
it just goes back to being a wooden staff in your hand, and you get the sense that you tried to establish, like, the spirit almost seems to have a perfectly good connection with you, and that has happened. But the underlying latent arcane abilities of the staff seem to shut you out somehow.
The latent abilities of the staff shut me out. Okay.
Just because, I mean, just to make it clear, a look behind the screen here. It's an item that requires attunement by a certain kind of class.
And I'm not
And this
the
is how
class.
I'm describing it. And
Interesting.
obviously, because I've never done
Okay.
that before, you guys don't know what that means.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so it's not actually for me to own in a weird way.
Do we get any sense of the kind of class? Well, I mean.
Yeah, do I effectively go like this probably could be held by someone else, but no.
You get a feeling from it of just let me go back to it. You get a feeling from
it's uncomfortable for Fleeb to try to connect with it.
You get a mixture of like an earthy, mossy smell, and also like the memory in your mind of going into a temple and the smell of anointing oils that priests use. Those are the feelings you get from it.
So I
druid or a cleric?
think a shaman
No.
would have a better chance than me with using this. But at the moment, I think I'm the closest thing we've got to one. Okay, good. I think I kind of look around. I think we're done here. As in in the immediate vicinity, this particular room.
Yeah.
Unless there's like anything on the walls.
No.
Aside from lots and lots of tiny cracks, there's nothing else of note on the walls.
Well,
I mean, if you can take time to examine them more closely, but I'm giving you a surface description.
Sounds like we're done in here.
yeah. Lots of tiny cracks, insects behind doesn't sound friendly to me. That's like we could always come back here later if it turns out we need to go in here.
Oh, whoops! We did need to go there after all.
You see Orvex say, "That was amazing. I can't. You say it's making you feel more honest."
Yes.
Goodness me, I'm gonna take notes. I might have questions for you later, but I've
Good
really,
honesty.
while it's here, I've just got to take notes while the experience is fresh in my mind. And he just takes out his notebook and starts scribbling.
Okay.
And now I remember why we called him Nerd.
Right. Okay. Should we go? I sort of like should suggest to leave. I don't know. I've got a pink dot on me as well. I can't remember what those pink dots were for.
I think those
That's my
inspirations have
inspiration.
faded by now. How long does
those
it
are-
last?
yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah, that's faded
well,
by now.
certainly.
Yeah.
I can.
We
change
leave.
that. Cool.
That's right, I think.
Wow.
Okay, see, Orvex follows. Where would you like to go now?
Well, I'm gonna grab my.
I don't know. Is there nowhere else in this room?
Leave the room.
Is this just a dead end?
You
Well,
can make a.
Do you want to investigate the cracks? Like that is the only other thing that we're seeing, unless there's like a
It's
secret
cracks.
door.
Yeah,
unless there's like a
it's
secret
just
door.
it's just because of the boundary. I'm not quite totally sure when I look at the map. That's all. If that's all there is, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to reveal things accurately
Yeah,
because
yeah, without
the map is all
revealing other
overlapping.
things. Yeah,
and,
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
There's not any corridors. That's all I'm checking. There's nothing.
yeah.
okay.
I would take pains to make corridors clear.
Sure, I'll hop out.
Cool.
Hop out the mouth.
You do
And-
such.
I will leave. Well, I'll leave a little like. Oh no, we did that in the ceremony. Left a little note or something for.
Cool.
There we go. Okay, let's move on.
Which way, friendos?
Remember to take your step ladder.
Yep, I yank it out. Hopefully it.
All right, back to
That opens up
dodging.
as well.
Like corridor time. I like hoist up my trousers, tighten my belt, jolt my backpack, cup my balls, and trot off.
Cool.
Just like keeping my shield up and dodging as I just start walking around the corner. All right, we good?
Okay, you walk in that direction.
Sure.
If anyone else would like to walk in a different direction, let me know.
That seems
Nope.
alright.
Seems good to
I'm
me.
still a little
Cool.
nervous about these stairs, though.
Do you want us to go downstairs? Do you want
I
us to go and
mean-
follow with the guy that went down there?
I don't know if we want to follow him, but I just don't want him sneaking up on us. That's all.
Should we have another look down there to see?
I do wanted some privacy.
Alright, yeah, I mean, I'm happy to leave him alone for now. Alright, I mean, keep going. I mean, let's go this way.
Okay.
I might just hesitate at this corner for a bit just to check that nothing's following us before I
Okay.
follow proper.
Awesome. And everyone else's icon, feel free to just move it to wherever you feel your character would be at this time. Okay, as you turn the corner of that corridor, you see carved birds soaring across the walls of this corridor. And blocking the passage near its northern end is a large propeller with 5 sharp blades. And everybody needs to roll initiative.
Nice. Nat 1
Nat
on
one
initiative.
ready. Nat 20 for Paul.
Boom! Time to get those high rolls out early.
That's the spirit.
I do have a +7 to my initiative.
That's, you took a feat for that. didn't you?
Yeah, I
Or
did.
partly
Alert.
for that. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't
Okay.
be
That's right,
surprised while
naturally,
conscious.
baby.
Okay, so
I'll be surprised. That's pretty sick,
Fleeb,
though.
you,
It's a
I
tempting-
assume,
it's a
are you
tempting feat.
peeking round the corner, or are you just standing there?
Me? Yeah, sure. I'll kind of be like jostling with it. Like,
Okay,
what's
you're peeking
down
around the
there?
corner, and you see the 5-bladed propeller.
Oh, fuck.
Seems to be of the same sort of metal as Caesar's stepladder, and you see it starts to spin up, getting faster and faster, and you feel the wind start to gently pull you in that direction, but you get the sense it won't stay gentle for long.
Oh, shit. Everyone run. Run.
Is this a big extractor fan?
It seems to be.
Basically.
What would you like to do, Flea?
we dealt with
what
this
would
on the
I
way out.
like to do? How fast can I deal with this? What can I do? Is this something can I do at range? Range 30 foot. Yeah, I tried to. It's an action, duration instantaneous. I just tried to like move a stone into its path.
You pick up a stone and throw it at the propeller.
No, I use mold earth. I'm a wizard, for fuck's sake. Oh, fucking barbarian.
You just like, pile up the earth with a stone in the way of the blade.
You just start like
I'm
rubbing your
a
hands
wizard,
and
for
stuff.
fuck's
And you're
sake.
going to do a spell, and you're like, like lightning and stuff coming out of your
Rob.
hands, and then you just bend
Pick up
down
a
and grab a
stone
stone
and-
and throw it.
No,
Okay.
it's the reverse. Flea bends down, picks up a stone, tosses it a little bit to get the weight right, and then just casts Molder.
So you're attempting to use mold earth to separate a piece of rock from the surrounding environment and throw it.
I'm trying to move it into. I'm trying to move a piece of rock to act as a barrier between us and the propeller.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I'm trying to take sorry, if I get like a paintbrush, I'm trying to, that color's awful, but I'm trying to take like that chunk and just like
Yeah.
oh no, I can't. Eventually I'm just trying to take a block here.
Okay. As
So
you
that-
cast the spell and try to pull on the stone surrounding you, you feel that the immensity and sort of, you feel an arcane resistance, and it blocks the spell from having any effect.
Magical walls.
Okay.
I take a 5-foot step.
Is there's a spell stopping you from doing mold earth?
Yeah, there is.
And I'll say
the-
you don't
Okay.
use up the spell slot because in the process of trying to cast... Oh, sorry, the cantrip. Okay, cool.
I
so
will.
no worries.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop back around the corner, I guess. If
Wait, before that happens, is that the end of Fleeb's turn?
I take a 5-foot step or how much ever I can step, and that is my turn. Yes.
Okay. Orvex is next up. He says, does anyone need a hand down there? I hear a whirring sound.
should hope it should be fine.
Okay,
get out.
well, just yell.
No, we're. It's all good. Just ready in action to help or something if you need it.
Okay, he's gonna ready an action. He's gonna ready the dash action, I
or
suppose, because he
something.
feels that would be the most helpful. Next up is
Classic Orvex.
well, dashing to either help or run away.
Yeah, I know,
You're not
I
really
know.
sure. Next up is Caesar Chameleon.
Is the corridor that we're in quite tall?
I
Or
can tell
is
you
it-
exactly how tall it is.
Sorry, is that?
I can tell you exactly how tall it is. It is 8 feet high.
Alright, and the fan at the very end is 8 feet high as well.
It is. Yes, it is. Well, 7.5 feet. You know, it's not scraping the walls or anything.
I'm basically asking because I want to know whether there's a gap anywhere around the blades which you'd be able to squeeze by, or is it quite flush with the
They're
end
only-
of the corridor?
It's taking up the width of the corridor. You get the sense you couldn't go around it, but the blades are only starting to spin up at the moment. So they're going medium speed. You get the sense that if you were lucky or very agile, you could try to jump through when there was like a gap in the spinning, but you don't get the sense you could walk around it.
Oh, do a sweet
Right.
jump.
Well, at that moment, I'll dash, try and move to it quite as fast as I can, so that if I can actually jump through it, I've got a better chance before it spins too quickly.
So you're going to run to increase your speed to jump, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a acrobatics check, please.
And if like empowering that with key or something would help.
Oh,
would
are you
definitely do
gonna?
that.
Oh, you're using key to do like
Step of the wind.
run. Oh, okay.
Step
In that
of the
case, you
wind,
can roll with advantage because that's much faster than the average person.
Oh, a cool slow-mo.
What was that? Athletics or?
That was acrobatics with advantage, please.
There's
Oh,
like a high
natural
jump, backwards jump
20.
crit.
So you sprint ahead light-footedly, turning around to face your friends and waving cheerfully as you blindly like backstroke through the gaps of the blades.
Nice.
Nice. It was dope.
Is there any like? Oh, I don't know whether I can do this if it's on turn order, but is there anything to shut it off or turn it off?
Let's have a look. Let's put you on the other side. So there. Where's your character? You're like there. Yeah, sure. Cool. You don't see any switches or anything at this point. No.
Okay. I'm gonna do a cool back. Oh, sorry.
Cool. Is that the end of your turn, Caesar?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Jax's turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do. I see him do through, and I'm gonna try and do the same thing, like run up backwards and back, like high jump backwards between the blades.
Okay. You can do a regular dexterity check because you don't have like a special ability that makes you faster or anything, right?
Is it not acrobatics?
It is acrobatics. Sorry, I must have misspoke.
Cool. No worries. But yeah, no advantage.
Ooh, with a 15. Okay. So with a 15, you manage to clip one of the blades as you fly through, and it is quite painful. Taking
Does it hit my adamantine armor?
Yeah, it seems to. Yeah, it does go through it. In fact, you get the sense that this blade is also made of adamantine, so it just sort of it doesn't provide the protection that it usually would. Sorry, let me roll this thing.
Fine. It's all fine. A little bit of damage never hurt anybody.
26 slashing damage.
I know
Little
how
bit of
that
damage
feels.
never
I
hurt
know how that
anybody.
feels.
All right. I lose quite a bit of health.
Cool. All right, is that the end of your turn? A little bruised and bloodied on the other side?
Well, no, I'll take a cure wounds break.
Cure wounds break. Okay.
You're so like, ow, fuck, heal.
You hear Jex in the distance, sorry, Orvex in the distance say, I heard maiming.
Oh, sorry, I meant to
Is
upcast
everyone
that.
okay?
It's clicked. Okay, there we go. 12.
Nice. Okay, is that the end of Jex's turn?
Sure. Unless anyone else is about to jump through, in which case I'll give them Bardic to make it easier.
No, you two got this.
I'll also try to show you what you see roughly on the other side while you can gander at that while the rest try to tackle the situation.
Oh yeah, we're like, hey, it's another tomb. Well, we can do this telepathically.
Yeah.
Okay.
For as long as we're on the same plane, so we don't have to shout past this.
Awesome. So that's the end of Jex's turn?
Yeah.
Scramble, you hear telepathically Jex say, we're in another tomb? And now it's your turn.
All right. You guys handled the last one so well that I'm sure you got this one. I'll just step out from the pull of this fan.
Okay, cool.
I don't have anything good here to do. I can get in there, but no.
Cool. Is that the end of Scrammle's turn?
Yeah, I don't really have anything to do. Yeah, I'll just step out the way of the fan.
Cool. All right. Fleeb, on your turn, you hear... Make a perception check, please. You perceive that the sound of the blade spinning has gone down in frequency ever so slightly. So it was getting faster and faster, and now you hear it starting to go a bit slower. And you also notice that on the ground, in the tunnel, there seems to be one long pressure plate.
So,
So it's just a matter of running up and jumping through it before it starts spinning up.
or you could wedge it from that side because the pressure plate's on our side.
Yeah,
If you-
with some spinning adamantine, yeah. What do you
So-
want me to do? Put my armor in the bomb?
Well, I'm meaning that if it like most of the force is when it gets its speed up. Like most of the impact would be once it's got its speed up. If you're holding it in position before that point, or with like holding it in place or undoing it or do something because you've got access to the mechanism at the back.
So it's not moving if someone's not on that pressure plate.
Fleeb
Is that
It's
correct?
not
surmises
spinning up.
that, but he doesn't know anything other than he hears it slow down, and the ground appears to be a pressure plate for
Yeah,
about 20
there's no
feet.
mechanism that we can play around with at the back here, is there?
You can make a perception check.
Okay. I shall make a perception checks.
One way to find out.
Okay, with a 16, no. You notice that there are no visible mechanisms.
Yeah, I relay that to Paul through my brain.
Okay, so is there no way of trying to wedge the fan in place?
Well, I point like it's adamantine blades. What are we gonna wedge there?
Yeah, well,
Unless
you're
we put,
missing
like,
the
a
point.
massive
You're
rock
missing.
there and
You're missing the
twist
point.
it.
I'm saying is that if it
you wedge
only
the
really
pressure
becomes
plate,
dangerous when it comes up to speed.
Well,
It's just about slowing it, getting up to speed. The material itself doesn't matter.
If it can push it up to that speed, it's probably gonna push it quite hard. I mean, I'll
Okay,
shove a stick
okay,
in there. I'll
okay.
shove a stick
But, like-
in, and then you can step on it and see. If
Okay,
it comes
so
up.
okay, fine. The
But,
point
like,
I'm
yeah,
making
no,
here,
I understand,
the
like,
point,
a
the
step
point I'm
down has
making here,
prevented
Jex, is
the-
that I cannot go through there. I have 26 HP, and I'm not as acrobatic as either of you two.
Well, if you said it was a
I
floor
just
pressure
die.
plate, then just spider climb.
All right, fair point.
That's the most reasonable thing you've said all day.
All right, okay, fair enough. I sort of look at like, do you want a spider or do you want to try and run it?
What, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll
I'm
tell
a
Scramble,
fast
like
boy.
if it's a pressure plate, if you can just run and jump through it before it spun up much, then it might be fine.
Yeah, man, I'm light as fuck.
Okay. Well, I eat a spider.
Okay.
That gives me, well, I eat my own spider, and I'm concentrating now on my own spider climb, and I climb my way round. Once this has stopped spinning, I climb my way round along the
Without
walls
touching the floor.
without touching the floor.
You have to stay on this side for a little while because you notice that it stays slowing down for quite a while. So I'll put you like here, for example, and then we'll just say you're on the wall there because you're currently waiting, basically.
Sure. Okay. So fine. If I can stand there and not be blown off the wall, then I'll do that.
Yeah, you get the sense that it's slowing down and its power to pull has been diminished slightly in this process.
Okay.
Spider fleeb.
Cool. So that's the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Orvex says, I'm going to come a little closer. Scramble, what should we do?
Yeah, you're still there. Well, let's let Fleeb get through before we do anything stupid.
Good point. Excellent point.
And I telepathically say to him, with Fleeb still hearing, you could prank him by stepping on it while he's going through.
That would be an epic prank, dude. I say an open text chat.
yeah, like chat with him right there.
Orvex is going to make
Sounds like an upside down smiley emoji.
Orvex is going to make a charisma saving throw. He saves and he says, "Oh no, I wouldn't want to interrupt." And then it's Caesar's turn.
So what can I see in this room then, other than
I shall describe it to you.
chest?
You see a deep pit opening up at the entrance to this tomb, with a stone sarcophagus resting at the bottom. A snarling monkey-like creature decorates the sarcophagus lid. Beyond the pit,
Is this one? Oh, sorry.
beyond the pit, 3 treasure chests sit on stone daises. The chest on the left is carved from apparently onyx, and it's black. The middle chest is made of a rusty iron material, and the chest on the right is cast of silver and glistening with frost.
This pit, is it quite deep?
About 20 feet, you'd estimate.
Is the thing on the top like one of those Wongo things we fought, or just Wongo itself? We fought some like zombie monkey children.
You gather that it looks very similar to the statue itself,
Of Wongo.
and
My good friend Wongo.
it bears a passing resemblance to the things you fought, but more like the statue.
Okay. Well, that's a good sign. We'll do like a Wongo.
I think I can just slow fall down.
Is that one of your
Do
step
you
the wind
is
abilities?
slow fall?
Yeah,
Well, he
you
got
can
the
use an
skill
reaction.
for-
I mean, you can probably just lower yourself.
By 25, by 45.
Yeah, you can lower yourself so you're only falling 10 feet anyway as well.
I'm just going to jump down and slow fall.
Okay, does that require a key or is that just an inherent ability?
It's an inherent ability. It's a key.
Cool. All right, you slow fall down gracefully.
Assume I can send that.
Oh, here we go. Beginning the 4th level, you can use your reaction when you fall to reduce any
Oh
damage.
yeah, because
by
your
an amount
monk level
equal
is
to
8,
5
so you can reduce it by 40. So yeah,
Yeah,
you're not going to take damage after 2d6.
you're all good. You do like a little backflip and land gingerly beside it. Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
Can I have a closer look at the sarcophagus?
You can make a perception check or investigation, depending on whether you're looking or like examining.
Yeah, I guess. Which one is that? Perception or?
Perception is looking, examining is investigation.
A cheeky Gandalf or a proper Gandalf?
And it's also like
Yeah,
how
perception is
hands-on you're
better.
being. Okay.
Oh, right, yeah.
With 10, you have a little looky-loo, and it is indeed a carving very reminiscent of the temple in which Wongo was featured. And it looks like the stone lid is actually melded in with the rest of the sarcophagus, so it doesn't even seem... It's somehow like almost seamless, the attachment between the lid and the stone base. That's what you notice.
I telepathically talk to Orvex and say, so we found Orvex's parent sarcophagus and it's sealed shut.
You say to Orvex, you found my own sarcophagus? That's a bit ominous.
Let's say Orvex or Wongo.
I think you said
You said
Orvex.
Orvex.
You said Orvex.
Now this is some next level prank, dude.
And
I'll just be like, confirm. Yep, Orvex
Yeah,
is in here, but it ain't gone.
Picture of them.
Holy shit, do I need to kill this Orvex out here? I pull out my rapier and turn to Orvex.
I hope you meant something else, Caesar.
Yeah, sorry, man. I'm just getting a bit flustered. It's Wongo, the monkey dude.
Oh.
So, kill Orvex or not?
Wongo.
Don't kill Wongo. I mean Orvex.
Kill Wongo.
Alright, I won't kill Wongo. Or Wongo.
You hear him say quite nervously, is there something I can help you with about it? You said it was sealed.
Yeah, it just seemed a bit strange, seeing as the other one for Moa was openable.
That
Well,
is
it also
strange.
might have been trapped, but we did release
look at it, did we?
perhaps the trap.
Uh,
Well, there
also-
was a girl trapped in there, which we were told to do not tell the truth to the Doom Girl. That might have been something dangerous.
They
right,
do
well, I won't
seem
touch it.
to have, I mean, each of the gods has their own distinct personalities. They are tricksters, according to Omuan record. So perhaps there is something related to that going on here, but it seems beyond my ken at this point.
Cool.
Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
I guess I can still move, right? I've only done an action.
Yeah, that's
Only
true.
fallen. I'll try and I'll make my way over here, and if I can get back up to the other side, I will.
I'll say you can make a... Oh, does your climbing speed gain any special benefits because you're a dope
I
monk?
can actually walk up vertical surface
Oh.
now because I'm now level 9 monk.
Sweet. Well, then
Donkey.
with your 40 feet, I believe, of movement, you just walk on up easily.
Yep.
Nice
Cool.
one, dude.
Next up is Jax. You've seen some
Yeah,
dope
it's
shenanigans.
exactly 40 feet, I think. To walk up 20 feet of wall and...
Well, technically, he didn't
Yeah.
move. He fell down, so I'm not really counting
I
it as
mean,
movement.
okay, no, he walked out. Yeah, he walked across 20 feet and up 20 feet. It's perfect.
Hooray!
Cool.
I'm gonna see if is there like a ledge I can skirt around here?
No, it's pretty much like you get to the threshold and it's a pit.
Okay.
So you could try and jump. I mean, it's a 5-foot jump.
Yeah, I'll hop across.
Okay. I'll say... I mean, it's 5 feet. I don't know if I want to make you do a check or not. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it's fine.
Cool.
Cool. Is there anything
I'm
else you
gonna
want to
come
do?
and look at the. Yeah, I want to see what these chests are all about.
Okay.
And
Each...
start looking at them.
you can make an investigation or perception check.
Let's do it. I'm gonna look at all three a little more loosely. So.
Okay, sweet. Each chest is about 5 feet long, 3 feet wide, and 3 feet high, so they're quite sizable. They don't appear to have locks on them that you can see, or not in the traditional sense. What else do you notice?
So sorry, what the one on the right was icy.
Yeah, the one in the middle.
The one
is
in the middle
rusty.
fiery.
Onyx,
No,
No,
right.
it's just
iron,
rusty.
silver.
The
right?
left is onyx and black.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, there's not any obvious trap that I saw with my perception, is there?
Not that you can see.
Okay, I'll open the rusty one.
Okay.
Oh, that's similar to you then.
I'll pop it open.
Inside, you find the chest is empty, but on the inside of the lid, you see a 3-inch gold key protruding from an adamantine keyhole.
Oh.
Hang on.
But wait, they said there was something about this, wasn't there? Like the
The
keys only turn on the inside.
inside only.
I'm gonna turn the key.
You attempt to turn the key, but it is stuck fast.
Oh, I have to go in. Okay, I'll hop in, close it. I'd be like, we've still got telepathic communication, so yeah, I'll hop in, close it, and turn the key.
Okay.
Oh, suddenly Jax is on a different plane.
When you jump in, you hear a metallic sliding sound, like a click, and you do manage to turn the key, and you hear a second click. And Caesar, make a perception
This is
check.
like quite a comfortable size box for me.
Yeah, spacious. Okay, with a 14, Caesar, you hear a stone scraping sound very faintly coming from the sarcophagus behind you. And yeah, let's deal with the rest of that later. But Jax, you heard 2 metallic clicking noises. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn? You've used.
I mean, that's
actions.
enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's enough.
Cool. Scramble.
That's plenty. I've had a whole side adventure.
I wanted to wait for Fleeve to go through before I did anything, so I guess I'm just going to keep a lookout. Wait for
Can
Fleeve
I
to
go
get
through now? Is this fan slow enough that I can kind of go through?
I'll say.
No, it's
because
technically
you've-
been 6 seconds, hasn't it?
Yeah, because you've kind of understood how things work, I'm going to take us out of turn order now, and you can just wait until it stops spinning and walk through.
Okay, I do so.
Cool. And Scramble, you can now do what you wanted to do.
Sure, yeah. I mean, like, I guess I like Orvex. It's Orvex's choice whether he wants to follow us or keep a lookout. I'll leave that up to him.
I'll keep a lookout. I'll stand here. I think
All right.
I did a
You know
decent job last time.
Yeah, you know the signal, right?
Scream loudly.
Scream like hell, and I
Got it.
sprint. I sprint straight at the fan and do a jump through it.
Okay, give me a acrobatics check. You brave man.
Yeah, man. It stopped, so I'm just like, ugh.
Okay.
It was stop. I waited for it to stop before I started running.
Yeah, you did, but it starts spinning up quite quickly. It's just not at full speed, so you're able to attempt it quite convincingly. Sorry.
That's a low ass roll.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Isn't that kind of one of your things?
I mean, I get a +9 to it. I rolled
Yeah.
a 4 though.
Yeah, exactly. You take
Can't help the roll.
44 slashing damage as you substantially clip one of the blades.
Oh, God.
Boys.
You lose the tip of your thumb.
Oh my word! I'm
I think
on
that's
7
actually-
health.
Oh my God. Okay, okay, so that would have flat killed me. As in, gone. Bits on the floor.
I'm not doing this again.
Caesar feels quite bad because everyone decided to copy the way that he did it.
No, I didn't. I wasn't I did offer the spiders.
Orvex, you hear Orvex from the distance say,
I asked if someone could wedge the bloody thing, but twat in a box over there was like, oh no.
"Are you okay? Scramble, you look bloody."
You made the right decision, Orvex.
I'm just hearing
Okay.
this. I'm just hearing
I'm
this all
gonna go.
telepathically while I'm in a box.
I'm gonna pick up Scrabble, bring him out. Like, I know I don't need to patch up his wounds, but oh no, there's a fucking hole here. I sort of go like, I was like, Caesar, can you give me a hand?
Cool. You carry his almost lifeless body.
Oh God.
I'm gonna lay him on top of
Caesar, be honest with me. Did I at least look hella cool doing that?
Dude, you look fine.
Fine.
It was a solid okay.
Cool. What
All
would you
right,
guys
looks
like
like
to
we're
do?
gonna have to do some heals.
Well, you're inside a box.
Yeah.
So
Living in a box.
is he trapped inside said box?
You'd have to
Living
ask
in a
him.
rusty box.
Are you stuck in there?
I don't know. I haven't tried to open it yet.
I tried to open the.
Say
I
to
tried to open the lid.
The lid is stuck fast.
Right. Okay. He's stuck in there now.
All
right, we gotta-
Just before you continue, I think Caesar said he brings the body down to the sarcophagus, right?
Yep.
And as you do, you notice the top of the sarcophagus lid has a rusty iron button suddenly protruding from the center of it.
Yeah, that wasn't there earlier.
Oh, push the button.
You're inside a box.
Yeah, but it's just telling me what's going on telepathically.
I pressed the button upon his command.
Okay. All right. Now,
Spikes
Jax,
fill the box.
Jax, I need you to tell me. Oh gosh.
And be honest.
What are you're wearing what kind of armor?
Adamantine half plate.
Okay. Just let me do a quick bit of research here. Adamantine plate. This is like I'm delving deep into the details here.
I somehow suspect that each of these chests is going to fuck you in some way.
The question
goodness.
is, does adamantine
Well,
rust?
it's gonna like rust it away, but I don't
Okay.
know if adamantine is immune to that. Adamantine dictionary just says
okay.
unable to be
You're-
broken.
Yeah, it basically becomes a pile of rust. Any metal object that you're holding or carrying becomes a worthless pile of rust.
Oh no!
Well,
I should have
holding
gone in. I
on
didn't know
carrying.
he had been.
Oh, sorry. Any non-magical metal objects.
Oh,
and basically,
non-magical.
adamantine is very nice, but it doesn't appear to be magical.
Oh, isn't it inherently magical?
No, that's what I wanted to find out because it's very good at doing stuff, but it doesn't appear to be inherently magical.
Fair enough.
That's what they put on the in the brand, all the commercials for adamantine. Good at doing stuff.
So you basically hear a sort of like and a tinkling of what sounds like sand molecules from inside the chest, and you're encased in a lot of rust.
Do things inside the bag of holding, are they fine?
No, they're fine, yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
And you also unlock. You hear a click, and the lid is now able to be moved.
I lift up the lid.
Okay, you see him with a pile of rust surrounding him.
Right. Okay.
That do
No,
anything to the
fix it,
sarcophagus?
fix it, Philippe, fix it!
I
Do mending or something!
You'd be amazed at how little I know about mending shit.
A lot.
Right. Well, I offer a hand down to you, at least. I
mean,
think
I can get out fine. I'm now no longer have stealth disadvantage.
yes, you do
Result.
like have stuff. Do you by any
What a great
chance?
smart thing to find in a chest.
Right. So by that. Okay. Right. I walk over to the chest on the left, and I spend 10 minutes trying to identify it.
Okay.
Is my magical shield still fine?
Yes, it is.
He said magical items were not affected.
Yeah, I was just checking.
But your
So I'm
sword,
trying-
for example, would be rusted.
Yeah, it's in the
Oh,
bag.
shit.
Though. It's in the bag.
But don't you use it?
When I pull it out of the bag to fight.
Yeah, but when you take something out of a bag of holding, I'm pretty sure it takes like an action or a bonus action or whatever, and we haven't been playing that. So in order for that to be the case, it would have to be equipped, like on your person.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
then I have a scimitar in the bag instead.
Yeah. I'm sure you have another weapon,
Yeah.
but whichever your
Yeah, yeah.
default one is not there.
I have a spare short sword that I've just been handing out to Fleabee every now and
I was
then.
about to say, like, how many
scimitar
spare
and
short
rapier
swords have
have
you got?
basically exactly the
I only
same
have
stats,
two, but
except-
do you still have my short
slashing.
sword?
I do have your short sword, but I do not have a staff, which I never actually ended up
Okay,
with.
fair
the
enough. In that
stats
case,
for,
I
by the
have
way.
one sword
see.
still.
I'm just looking at any of my other items to see what I lose.
Wait,
I mean,
as-
so I've got the eye necklace that we got out here was magical.
Mm-hmm.
Helm of telepathy is magical.
Mm-hmm.
Most other things will be in the bag unless I have any light jewelry. I mean, probably my outfit is worth a bit less now, but I've lost some buttons.
Some nice shine
just
silver
going belly
buttons
out.
have just.
Yeah, I just stand up and my clothes fall off because the buttons aren't holding it anymore.
Oh, is that how we're doing? Alright.
My underwear is still on, but my belt just like falls to the ground.
Cool. The partially clothed Jax emerges with mostly unscathed, but considerably
I'm just
more
holding
naked.
the dust. I'm gonna scoop the dust into the bag.
Okay,
See
gotcha. You can add to your inventory.
We can fix this, right?
You can add a pile of rust to your inventory.
Is it adamantine rust still?
I'll
does it
say
become-
yes. I will say it's adamantine rust.
Oxidized adamantium. It's actually quite rare because how the fuck do you get it to oxidize is really hard.
If we can process it, then we might be able to turn it back into material.
Or crystal meth.
Or crystal
Indeed.
meth.
Oh, ideal.
Cool.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we take a
Fleeb,
big snort of
Fleeb
it.
was in the middle of something, I believe.
I was going to try. I've realized that. Okay, so I've kind of gone. Okay, so I assume that all of these then are trick boxes, then, and something will happen to you inside the box on the turning of the key. That one in the middle got rid of all of your non-magical metal items. What is this one going to do that's adamantine and black?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
you're beginning
try
your
to-
identify spell, yeah.
I'm doing identify to try and work out what it is.
Cool. Does anyone... we can wait for Fleeb to finish, or you can tell me what else you want to do in that 10-minute span.
I complain a lot. I am very.
Jex is just going to get into the other box and just fucking turn the key.
I'm gonna like strip naked.
Okay, Jax is naked. You see
Yeah.
Orvex from the distance say, Jax, are you naked?
Yeah.
Look.
Oh yeah,
In
Jex,
the
can you
next
go
box.
and can you go and heal Scramble? He had an incident with a fan.
I heard about that on the telepathy.
Oh yeah.
In
It
between...
looked
Yeah,
hella sick, dude.
I'll do
Don't
a
tell
heal.
me it didn't look hella sick, Caesar.
They're all
between,
stuff the healing for free.
Okay. Fleeb is sitting on the ground with a bunch of
you get
pages
14.
ritually concentrating, and in between
That's tripling my
hummed
health.
magical words says,
Oh, I got
you
19,
should probably
not
heal
12.
Scramble.
I got an extra 7 that I didn't account for. There you go.
Cool.
You get 14. It's not tons, but it's something.
Caesar,
It's something.
anything you would like to do in the interim?
Well, I mean, it would be useful to get both looked at. Chest, but what Caesar's thinking is that he's used to the cold anyway, so he goes around basically naked anyway. And if this box is icy, he's assuming that's what's going to happen to him. So he just jumps in.
Oh, for the love of fuck.
Okay.
Fleeb is in his sort of like whatever the equivalent of a mind palace is, so just doesn't notice at
Yeah,
all.
exactly.
And it's
Oh, wait, yeah, I'm gonna... On this other box, rather than going in myself and potentially turning into, like, stone, I'm gonna summon my unseen servant and get it to go in the box.
good man, clever idea.
Okay. While you do that, Caesar is inside the box, and what do you do on the inside of the box?
Turn the key.
Okay, you turn the key.
You are now ice.
Jax
now I'm
and Scramble can make perception checks with advantage.
Okay. Perception advantage.
Wait, I'm making perception check.
You are.
18.
Okay, with an 18.
Perception. There's the word perception.
Okay. Both of you hear, except Scramble more loudly and clearly, a stone scraping sound in the vicinity of the sarcophagus. And Scramble can probably look in that direction and see another button, silver in color, on the top of the sarcophagus.
Shall we push the button? Caesar?
Was that what happened? Caused
Yeah.
it to
Well, so
do
what's
the
so
thing last
Caesar's
time?
like communicating you telepathically is like, I'm going to be basically meditating inside the box as I turn the key, and I'm going to simultaneously use wholeness of body
Mm-hmm.
whilst they press the button.
And what does that do again?
It just heals me for 27.
Okay,
But
dope.
That's
You
what I'm
hear-
going to be doing thematically.
you hear
just like
two-
meditating and chilling out.
You hear two metallic shifting clicking sounds, similar to when Jax got in, but you hear it from the inside this time.
hmm
Cool. You heal those hit points. And by this point, I'll say the identify spell is complete, because why not? And you discern, Fleeb, that an occupant of the Onyx box would be subject to an immense force pressed upon them when the mechanism is triggered.
Right. This box, nasty box. This box might kill you. I look over to right side. Who's in the fuck?
Just as he was dealing with that.
And we'll just like, you ready for the cold, Caesar?
What?
Yeah, boy.
We push the button.
Oh gosh. Okay. You, Caesar, I think just a quick look behind the screen. I think Caesar was a good choice for this box. You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
dear.
I take it back.
Sorry, didn't mean to press that.
Oh.
Oh, do you
Okay.
have Unseen Servant as well?
No, I don't. I have.
No.
You feel ice grip you, and suddenly the box goes sub-zero, and you take 38 cold damage.
Flipping heck. Is that reduced by wholeness of body? 'Cause that was the way that I was intending it. Is that whatever damage I was about to take,
Well, because wholeness of body is just a simple healing spell,
I'd use it afterwards, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're healed by... Oh, as in you're at full health. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. I like that. So,
I'm
yeah.
basically readying to use it with any
Yeah,
damage.
I'll say,
Yeah.
you know, minus 38 from the... I mean, it
So
just
11
works
damage,
exactly as you would expect it to. So you minus 38 from the health, and then you heal back whatever wholeness of body gives you back.
Nice. Cool. That's 11 damage.
Nice
Not
move.
bad.
Nice. And you hear the box go click.
And then we send in the unseen. I summon my little unseen servant, and we send him into the last box with strict
Okay.
instructions to close.
So
What?
you're aware what I was doing. I have silent image, and I was looking at what the differences were between them.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I see. Okay, cool.
Unseen servant is a little invisible guy who can do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just double checking the details here just to make sure I'm doing it right.
Yeah. Oh wait, have you got You've got silent image called
I've got-
unseen servant, right?
Yeah, by accident. Yeah, because I was like,
Yeah,
that
fair
doesn't.
enough.
Yeah, I've changed it now to silent image because I was like, that doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
There's unseen servant.
I think when I was writing it,
It's weird that it's putting the spell save DC at the bottom of all the spells now.
it's really
Okay, so
better
it's
than having to go
called-
back to the sheet.
It's basically
Yeah,
an
but these
invisible,
spells don't.
mindless, shapeless force.
Yeah, perform simple tasks. So I will inform it to turn the key, basically turn it the same way when the box is closed, and just keep turning it.
Okay,
Eventually
cool.
it'll stop
Um,
turning.
Okay, I like it. So, yeah, he gets inside, turns the key. You see the button appear on the sarcophagus.
We press the button. Good work, see ya, servant. See ya.
Nice. And what happens is, can you make a Constitution saving throw for the unseen servant?
Yeah, I don't know if it has. I guess it should just use mine.
No, I'd say just use a D20 because it's just force. It doesn't
Okay.
really have stats. Okay, with an 8. I'll roll it just for fun, just to give you a flavor here. Goodness fucking, what the hell? I think this is, I mean, I was in two minds about whether to allow this, but I quite like the solution, so I'm going to let it happen. And the unseen servant is going to take 10d6 plus 40. 69 force damage.
Well,
Kills it 69 times!
nice.
So, Essen, what about the solution is unlike? And not unlike, like, were we not allowed to put magical items in there to resolve these problems, or
Sorry, what was I umming and ahhing about?
us using unseen servant?
Yeah, is that what you're asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I was trying to decide whether an unseen servant counts as a character or not, just based on the wording of this particular trap. But to be honest, I think it's fine. I'm on board with it.
Oh, okay, I see.
Especially because it's made of force, and this is a force-dealing chest. I kind of liked the symmetry there. Cool.
Fair.
So
Yeah.
once
It
the
has hit points. Well, not anymore.
once the third button has been pressed, you notice the stone sarcophagus suddenly turns to transparent crystal, revealing what appears to be, and to the surprise of Scramble, who's right there, a mummified monkey-like creature within. Clutched in its desiccated claws is a fearsome-looking mace.
Mm.
Wongo!
Hey, you just lost all your weapons, right, Jex? And also, you love the monkey, the Wongo.
I do love Wongo. I can't really use a mace.
Well, what else are you gonna use right now?
I mean, I can't. My attack with a mace is very poor. But maybe it'll impart Wongo onto me, so I'm willing to pick it up. I'm willing to be the one who picks it up.
Sorry, you're trying to get inside the sarcophagus?
No, I'm just gonna try and pick up the mace.
Well, no,
just touch it.
It's still
Since I don't-
sealed within a crystal
okay.
sarcophagus.
Oh, right. Oh, didn't realize that.
Well, I'm gonna do like a true love's kiss then, on the top of the glass.
Oh, of course.
You-
Yep, the obvious solution.
You kiss the glass. It's kind of cold, but nothing else happens.
Johan, your lips are now frozen to the top.
The dream. Me and Wongo.
We'll leave you here, dude. We'll come get you in a few years.
Okay, but why are we? So is there anything that it looks like there is to do with the glass? I mean, I'll ask Trammel to look for any mechanism here.
Okay.
Sure. I don't think I have any special roles for that, or having good stats in the relevant things, though. But I'm happy to. To
Well, you're
have a
probably
look
better
at
at
this.
investigation than I am.
Yeah, I've got okay investigation. Yeah, can I investigate this?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I assume investigate is probably the play rather than.
Okay.
Right
With a
now,
12,
we're
you
rolling
don't
well today.
see any locks or mechanisms, but you do gather that it doesn't appear to be very thick crystal.
We know
this-
what shatter is nice.
This crystal's pretty dumb. No, wait, pretty smart. The reverse of that.
You're right there.
I mean, who can actually use a mace out of any of us? It's Caesar
It's a
is the
simple
only
weapon,
one, I
isn't
think.
it?
Yeah,
It's a
but
simple
I
weapon,
need a
isn't it?
finesse weapon.
Oh, right. Yeah, the only person
I
is
think
Caesar then.
Caesar is the only one who does strength attacks.
It is technically an artifact, though, so, like, still worth taking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine to touch it. Okay, I guess I'll gently knock on the crystal and gradually increase the force of the knocking.
Okay, you increase the force of the knocking. Does any of that register as an actual attack on the substance?
Yeah, sure, I'll smash it. I'll try and smash it.
Okay, give me an unarmed strike then.
Eventually, you smash
I
it.
can use the yeah, I'll reach into the bag and use the pommel of a scimitar.
Okay, so give me a scimitar attack.
Okay, I think that's exactly the same stats as the rapier, except slashing instead of piercing.
Okay. Basically, you smash it quite convincingly, and you see the mummy's eyes open suddenly and lunge for you. Everybody needs to roll initiative.
Damn it! I should have put my breastplate on first.
You have a
Put my
backup
old
breastplate?
Well,
That's
I
awesome.
had my old breastplate in the bag from before I got the
I love
the
it.
adamantine.
I love everything about it.
I think
Jax.
my AC is down to 4. Oh no, I have a shield at 16. It's not
Cool.
as bad as it could be.
You are the first to react. You see this horrible-looking monkey mummy bearing down upon you from its now upright
Yeah,
position.
I'm not very happy with this thing. I'm like,
Wongo, no!
yeah, I'm gonna. Let's see. Let me just read this spell I got.
Also, the
okay,
music
this
in
one
your heads
doesn't
goes
have
to dun 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 dun. Go on.
Yes, I'm gonna do dissonant whispers on this thing.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna be like, Wongo isn't proud of you. Wongo is my friend, and you're being bad.
Okay.
So it has to
means-
make a
Get him.
DC 16 Wisdom save as long as it can hear at all.
Okay. It rolls a 6, so it fails.
So it takes 3d6 psychic damage, which is 8, and it has to immediately use its reaction, if possible, to move as far away from me as possible, but it won't run into dangerous ground, such as a fire or a pit.
Okay. So it takes the
So
8
basically, use its
psychic damage.
reaction to move its speed away from me.
Okay, that's how the spell works.
Yeah.
Okay. But
And
it
that
uses
gives
its
me and-
reaction. Okay. got it.
Yes. Which
Okay,
means
so-
me and Scramble will get to opportunity attack it.
Gonna be
So
my
it's
exact
gonna
question.
move this way.
Yeah, because it's using its own motion. It's not a forced movement.
Brilliant.
Yeah, go for it. So roll your opportunity attacks.
Okay, so here's my still even though it's not a 24.
That one. 25.
Okay.
Oh, and you get the sneak attack out of turn,
I
don't you?
do
'Cause
get
I'm
the
next to
sneak attack out of turn because you're next.
it.
Okay, so
That's an additional 19, 20, 35 damage between us.
Yes.
combined total of 35.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You notice the attack hits, the attacks hit, but they don't do as much damage as you would expect in this situation.
Resistant to non-magical, is that it?
You feel that it's resisting it on some level. And it's going to try to climb up the wall to continue to use its action to run away from you, but it
Fuck.
it doesn't manage to get a proper grip on the sheer surface. Is that the end of Jax's turn?
I will inspire Scramble.
Oh, hey, baby.
Actually, no, you need health more than that right now.
Yeah.
I'll give you a healing word as a
Thank
bonus
you.
action. No, sorry, I did a spell. I'm not allowed to do a healing word. Fuck your heals.
Is
Have an
there-
inspiration.
Have an inspiration.
just help me, dude.
You're inspired.
That'll do.
Like, imagine you're being healed.
That's
That
inspiring.
is inspiring.
Okay, in that case, it's Scrammle's turn. You feel inspired by the idea of healing rather than the reality.
All right. I'd like to chase this thing down and.
Oh wait, sorry,
well,
I still have movement. I'll stand across from it so that Scramble can. Yeah, once it's run away from me, I'll stand across from it just to give Scramble an attack
Cool.
position.
Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, I chase this thing down. I move up to here, and I'm gonna. I guess I green flame blade it. 'Cause it's just 3 damage now.
Yeah,
Go for it.
you get advantage as well.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Is it standing across? Is that what
Yeah.
the opposite?
Yeah,
standing
you're
across?
flanking
Okay,
it, so
cool.
roll with advantage.
Brilliant. That is that many. 24.
That definitely hits.
So the second. Yeah. Okay. So the extra 10 fire isn't going to do anything, but the 12 will. On top of this, it's like very similar numbers.
So
Oh,
the
is that-
first, the 10 doesn't do anything because it can't jump to any other characters, right?
Yeah. The 10. Yeah. So it's just 20. It's 28 damage.
28.
I can
And
tell
some
you
of that
exactly
is
how
fire.
much.
I don't
I
think
can find out exactly
you
which bit is
just
fire if
did
you
sneak attack before, so this is still the same round.
It's his. No, it's his.
It's per
a new
turn.
turn. Yeah.
Oh, per turn. Okay, cool.
I get 1 sneak attack
Um,
per turn. Yeah.
Okay, so it says piercing and fire, right? Okay,
Yeah. I'm
cool.
just checking
So that's
which of it is.
So the
fire.
second D8 is
I
fire.
expect the second D8.
And your spell cast. So let's see.
No, I just added D8 to the fire on. I'm fairly sure.
Yes.
on Green Flame Blade.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
can ping you Green Flame Blade if you want.
Yeah, that's that's right.
Oh,
So
I
you
see, so
did
it's piercing, so-
one of your D8s was fire. It was only one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. So 1 fired. So 27 piercing damage and 1 fire damage to this dude.
Okay, cool.
If it doesn't resist the fire damage, then that means that it was completely the same either way.
Yeah.
Okay, so the piercing aspect of your attack does less than you would expect, but the fire attack does seem to register on a painful level, and it sort of screams and hisses at you with that, and it seems very upset about that. Cool. So is that anything else that you want to do with your turn?
Do I stay here or do I move away?
Are we fighting this or are we running away?
Fine, this
I'm
thing's
like,
not
wait,
been a
you wanna run
problem
back
so
through the
far.
fan?
Okay. What was that?
Wait, I said you want to run back through the fan?
Well, like, if I spider climb and got through the fan quite quickly, I could banish this thing and we just get out.
Cool. What's your decision, Scrum?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
Cool. Next up is Fleep's turn.
Okay, I assume we're fighting this. Can I see this thing from where I am?
No.
Or do I need to go? Okay, I go here and I look down.
You definitely can.
Okay, I go there, I look down and go, oh, that's ugly. And I cast a... none of my big spells are actually that good against this fuck. Saying about wizards, not many anti-undead, really. What's this? This is, well,
Yeah,
you
but a lot
know,
of classes.
light of the day.
Fire.
It's a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Lightning
Okay.
bolt, do thing.
It needs to make a
It
dex
must
save.
do a dex save.
This doesn't
12,
done-
I think, fails.
No. It's
So
not
this
good.
thing hasn't done damage. So I just roll 8d6 myself. Slash
Yep.
roll 8d6. Is that right? Yeah. Bam.
Nice.
30.
Also,
Ooh,
just
nice.
to double back, Jax, was the effect of your spell, is it frightened, or was it just the effect of the
No.
spell?
No, it's just the effect of the spell.
Okay, sweet. With 30 lightning damage, this
I
thing
think that's right,
is
I'll double check.
reduced to a crisp and just becomes ash.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Yep, running away from that thing was not required.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not a fear check. It's just
It's just the effect.
run away from me. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, the thing becomes crispy ash, and the mace drops to the floor.
Crispy ash.
All right. Shall I try and pick up Wongo's mace then, or see what
if you
Wongo has
wanna,
to say
dude.
about it? I do like Wongo.
I know you do. That's why I offered
did
it.
have okay. I'm gonna reach down and touch them. I'm gonna put the scimitar back in the bag, and pick up Wongo's mace
Okay.
while screeching like a monkey and remembering what it was like to be a giant ape.
Okay. You
One of
feel
your favorite days, I imagine.
you feel an almost irresistible energy of sort of movement and expenditure, and you need to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
With a 12. Okay. Well, sorry. You need to make a charisma saving throw if you want to try to resist this feeling that's suddenly enveloping your consciousness.
But it feels like having a good time with my friend Wongo, right?
I'll give you a sense of what it feels like. It feels like... I just want to get all my facts straight. It feels like reckless abandon. It feels kind of like running naked through the streets for no reason.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, cool.
Say no more, fam.
Sounds like flinging shit into the air.
Sweet. Okay, in that case, you don't choose to make the saving throw, and therefore I will share with you this thing, this handout. And again, let's just go with the assumption that don't share it, and we'll see if it comes up anyway. Bear, right?
Yes.
Cool. All right, that's gonna go into your journal now.
Ooh.
Bob.
Cool. What you guys see as this happens, let me just describe it. Red smoke seethes out of the head of the mace, forming the outline of a monkey with a long tail, and with a roar, it leaps into Jax.
Yeah, it's what he would have wanted.
I'm like, I'm the big Wongo!
What a way to go. Oh wait, he's not dead.
Is the mace anything?
Oh, yes, let's deal with that.
It's a nice mace. What would you want?
Let me just find it for you.
All right.
And that should be
breastplate back on now
available
that we
to
have
you
time.
now. Cool. That should be shared with you. Let me know if you can't see it.
Ooh, let's have a look. Ah.
Cool. You see Jax staring at the mace that seems to have two skulls of monkeys back to back, or skull to skull at the top of it.
Cool mace, dude.
You hear in the distance, "Hey guys, are you alive?"
Almost. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Good to
I
hear.
hang the mace on my belt.
Dope.
Right. Okay.
You say anything else?
So.
Oh!
Okay. So he's not. Okay. He's literally just.
I'm banging things with the mace just for fun.
Can we come
dancing around like a monkey and just banging things with the mace like a drum.
Okay. I'll try and
classic
communicate with
Jax
Jax at all, or is this just literally what we're going to be dealt with now?
I mean, you can ask, you can talk to me, but
Do you have to talk like an ape?
Jax behavior.
nope. But it's
Oh, okay, fine. Okay. Why am I spell? Why am I spell?
Why was that confusing?
this isn't the first time I've done this, Plebe.
I realize this, and I decide to, while my spider climb is still active, walk along the wall through the barrier before anyone else goes
Can we
through.
take a break in here before we go through?
Well, we've got to get Orvex through then. Otherwise, we're leaving him outside.
Hey, Caesar, can I borrow your step ladder?
What are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna climb up out of the hole and climb up over the blades of the fan without stepping on the button.
The whole thing is a button.
Isn't it up to the fan?
No, so the
I thought this was a big pressure plate.
This is
Yeah, so if I'm climbing out from this side, I can at least get over it.
okay. Yeah.
Or
Okay.
getting
Sure.
under it just as
I'll
easy.
say you guys have reached a level of understanding of this mechanism by this point where I can just clarify it for you. Yes, if you manage to climb over the blades from the side that you're on and run quickly away, it won't have time to speed up quite enough to pull you by the time you get away. If you leave like a 6-second pause in between each
Okay,
person
yeah.
trying to escape this way.
Cool. But can I still use the step ladder, Caesar, just to get out of
Of course
this
you can. I
pit?
jumped down.
Thanks.
Set it up for you.
Oh, whoop, whoop,
I need-
whoop, yee, bloop, 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 bloop.
Cheers, dude. I'm gonna use that as well if you don't mind.
And
No,
then
so
as soon
you've-
as the guys have got it, I pack
Right.
it up and walk up the wall.
Well, but the blade's begun spinning, so we can't go through now.
He said we could do it with a few seconds delay.
Yeah, basically it starts to spin, but it takes a while to get up to speed. So by the time someone has hopped over and run away, and then they wait for a sec for it to slow down, you can just keep doing that again and again
The
and
pressure
again.
plates are only on the
Right.
south side, right? So
Yeah.
climb
Okay.
through the blades safely and then
Okay.
run over the pressure plate before it can speed up in time.
Okay. I still walk on the walls.
Yeah, I mean
I've gone over
that's
here
safer.
and I've started setting up a little camp for me to take a rest.
Okay.
Take a rest
I'm
in a
gonna
dungeon.
spend some hit dice.
Alright, let's go.
You see Orvex say, I see we've got a mace now?
Yeah, the mace is the place.
Oh.
Yeah, we've got a mace.
Is
Yeah.
Longest
anyone...
mates.
Is this a short rest? Is anyone taking watch or anything like that?
Oh, we should do a little watch.
a
Yeah.
short rest. So we're all on watch and a short rest, right?
Yeah, I
I
suppose
guess
so.
none of us are.
Everyone can make a perception check. Cool. All right, so Caesar and Scrammel and Jax, you hear a distant sort of footsteps sound, like a boom, boom, coming from below.
Is that straight away or after a
No,
while?
this is within like 5 or 10 minutes or so. You don't know
Go
if
over
it's getting
to the edge and
closer.
have a look.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
you can definitely do that. Make a perception
I'm gonna
check.
take my rest because I need some heals.
Yeah, I need some health as well.
I'm pretty.
I'm playing myself a song of rest. If anyone does their hit dice quick enough while I do it, then you get some benefits.
Oh, please. What's the benefit?
Okay. For the 14th Caesar, you see a
I don't think I've updated it. Let me check.
terrifying looking sight of a very, like, it looks like a person, but only vaguely, made up of like other bodies sewn together, and it seems to be just walking around the lower level and going in and out of corridors, and it looks honestly like
D8.
a bunch of
Can I-
people just sewn together.
Can I sneak up with Caesar to have a look when I saw him go?
Sure.
Yeah. Like non-verbally, I say like tell people what's there, assuming that we can still do the thing.
Oh, I get an additional D8 for your first.
If
my
it lasts
first
for an
one, is
hour,
that-
then the telepathy would still be up, yeah. But by the time the short rest ends, it's probably closed.
Yeah.
So knowledge. I'm guessing it's a
How's that take?
like flesh golem, but let's see if Fleeb knows if it's a flesh golem.
Okay, so you're doing
what
a
would that
history
be?
check or something? Well,
History or Arcana? Like if it's
I would say give me a Arcana check. Because of the nature of this, like it's clearly been sewn together in some
is
way.
it? Yeah.
Man, I rolled
Are you
some
rolling
dice
hit
this time.
dice or? Oh no, Arcana. Okay, with a 19, you would know that this
Oh, dude,
is.
I'm happy with that. Oh,
This has
6 or
been
4.
this has been constructed. It doesn't appear to be a flesh golem like precisely. It seems to be a custom creation by some nefarious creator.
Ooh.
And it's definitely not the thing I saw down there before, right?
No, it's very different. This is kind of it's got armor. This thing as well over its mismatched body parts, and it's
Much
all-
taller, I imagine.
Yeah, it's bigger. It's like
What kind of armor?
it appears to be.
Would it fit a halfling?
It appears to be plate armor from this distance.
Oh, what is it made of?
You can't tell from this distance.
Right, tell the guys to be very quiet. I'm currently rolling hit dice.
What?
And
They
we
roll
should
hit dice
probably keep
quieter.
an eye out whilst they're resting.
Cool. I think at the end of this short rest, we will end the session here, as it's a nice, neat point to take a
neat
break.
point.
Well done, everyone. That was terrifying.
We didn't die.
Was it just like
Yeah.
you saw some of the damage numbers on these traps and were like, they should probably have them
Yeah,
there.
that was pretty much it.
I was about to say the fact that Jex went into the middle one first
So
was
lucky.
probably
So incredibly
No,
lucky.
I mean, because how much damage? 69. I could survive 69 damage.
I'm glad you can. I
I
definitely
would have kept my
can't.
yeah.
armor. I would have kept my armor in that box.
That's
Either
true,
of
you
the
did
two
lose.
boxes would have been fine. All I need to do is take a short rest.
You can ne-
What's else for the resource?
Hang on. Does this mean you can be crit on again?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That was great. I enjoyed that thoroughly.
Fine. I'm gonna find a way to bend the bend the step ladder into an armor. Into a suit of armor.
Don't you dare.
Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. If you have any suggestions or any ideas that we should incorporate, things you want to hear more of, things you would like to hear less of, just let us know at thewronghandspodcast@gmail.com. So THEWRONGHANDSPODCAST@gmail.com.